In Terra, cavers have to work together and find their way out before it's too late. There are 8 different cavers, each with special abilities. Each player chooses a caver if you are 4 to 6 players. Place health tokens on the white squares on each caver. Choose 2 cavers if you are 2 to 3 players. Choose 4 cavers if you are 1 player. Place the first player marker on the start caver's board. Place the start caver tile at the center of the table. Place the cavers on the start tile. Shuffle the 64 cave tiles. Then take 5 tiles and shuffle them together with the exit tile. Place the tiles at the bottom of the stack. For a normal difficulty level, remove hazard cards with this icon. For advanced and expert level, remove cards with this icon. For expert level, also remove cards with this icon. Shuffle the remaining hazard cards and take the number of cards depending on number of cavers and difficulty level. Then place the stack on the out of time card. Here is a full setup for 4 cavers ready to play the game. The game is played in several rounds, and in each round there are 4 phases. The action phase, the horror phase, the hazard phase and the end phase. The action phase. Each conscious caver has 2 time to use for actions. You can take 1 more time, but you have to make a skill check. If you fail the skill check, the caver will lose 1 health. All skill checks require you to roll a die. If you roll 4 to 6, you succeed, otherwise you fail. If a caver loses all health, then they are laid down and are unconscious. There are 5 basic actions. For 1 time you can choose reveal, move or explore. For 2 time you can choose run or heal. The reveal action. Choose an opening on the caver's tile. Draw a tile from the stack and place an opening side to the caver's tile, so the 2 tiles they are connected. The move action. Move an adjacent connected tile. Some tiles you can't enter, you will have to use a hazard action. The explore action. You first reveal a tile and then move your caver to the revealed tile. The run action. Repeat the move action up to 3 times. The heal action. Choose your own caver or another caver on your tile. You can then regain 1 health. There are 5 hazard actions. All hazard actions cost 2 time. The last 2 actions also require you to succeed a skill check. The swim action. To enter a flooded tile, you have to take the swim action. You cannot use the move action. The squeeze action. Use this action to enter a tile. You cannot use the move action. The dig action. Remove a rubble marker from the caver's tile or an adjacent tile. Cavers can't move to tiles with rubble. The hide action. If you succeed a skill check, then you can hide from the horror. They won't choose you as the closest victim. The place a rope action. If you succeed a skill check, place a rope on your ledge tile or slide tile. When all cavers have had their actions, then we go to the horror phase. If there are any horrors in the cave and there is a conscious caver no more than 7 spaces away, the horror will move 1 space towards the closest victim. If there are more than 7 spaces, then remove the horror. If there is the same distance to more victims, move towards the victim with the lowest number on their player board. If a horror ever occupies the same tile as a caver, that caver loses all health and falls unconscious. In the hazard phase, we will reveal the top card of the hazard deck. There are 5 types of hazards. Tremor. All conscious cavers must make a skill check. All cavers that fail will lose 1 health token. Flood. Place a flood marker on all water tiles that don't already have one. Each caver on a water tile loses 1 health token. Gas. All cavers on gas tiles lose 2 health tokens. In the next round, everyone who enters a gas tile will lose 2 health tokens. Cave in. Roll the die, place rubble tokens on all cave in tiles that matches the number and don't already have one. All cavers on these new tiles lose 3 health tokens. Horror. All horror on cave tiles move 1 step towards the closest conscious not hidden caver. If there are more than 7 steps to the closest caver, then remove that horror. Then, if there are less than 3 horrors, spawn 1 new horror on a horror cave tile closest to a conscious caver no more than 7 steps away. If there is a tie, choose the caver with the lowest number on their player board. If there is still a tie, the start player decides where to spawn the horror. Out of time. At this point and all future hazard phases, All cavers not on the exit tile must make a skill check. All cavers that fail will be removed from the cave. The last phase in a round is the end phase. The start player marker is passed to the next caver on the left and a new round can begin. Here's an overview of all the cave tiles. Most we have looked at, but let's take a closer look at some of the special cave tiles. Rough terrain. When entering this tile, cavers must make a skill check. If they fail, then they lose 1 health token. Ledge tiles must be placed with the arrow pointing away from the caver's tile. Cavers can't cross the tile unless they have placed a rope. Slide tiles must be placed with the arrow pointing away from the caver's tile. Cavers can cross the tile in the arrow's direction, but can only move back if they have placed a rope. The game ends when all remaining cavers are on the exit tile or there are no conscious cavers left in the cave. You lose if 3 or more cavers didn't make it. You'll get bronze if 2 cavers was left behind, silver if 1 cavers was left behind, and gold if no cavers was left behind.